On February 3rd, Governor John Bel Edwards made the all-too-familiar call for lawmakers to convene in Baton Rouge for a special session to fill a $304 million budget shortfall. The big contention for this session was how much, if any, of the rainy day fund should be used. This debate, spending versus cutting, is certainly not a new one. The governor's proposal was to use the maximum amount allowed by Louisiana law, which is $119.6 million, or 1/3 of the fund's total balance of $360 million. While the governor wanted to use the full amount, many House Republicans and others pushed to limit the amount used from the fund to $75 million and preferred to rely more on cuts to fill the gap. Now you may be thinking, what exactly is the Rainy Day Fund and why is it at the center of this argument? Well, in the 1980s, Louisiana was devastated by a major downturn in oil prices. So much so that the state could not afford rent on some office buildings, public parks were being closed, and many charity hospitals were having to limit or cut services. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, in 1991, lawmakers established the Budget Stabilization Fund, more commonly referred to as the Rainy Day Fund, to help in poor economic times. Many lawmakers in this special session made the argument that it's not raining, it's pouring. So, how common is the use of the Rainy Day Fund? Unfortunately, all too common. Over the past 10 years, the state emergency savings account has been used 5 different times, not including this year. Governor Jindal dipped into the fund 4 times, totaling over $517 million. And Governor Edwards withdrew $128.5 million for last year's budget deficit. Keeping in fashion with the last decade, the House voted to allow $99 million to be used to fill the mid-year budget deficit, making this the 6th time Louisiana has dipped into the Rainy Day Fund in 10 years. To finish closing the budget gap, lawmakers had to combine the $99 million out of the Rainy Day Fund with cuts to state government, totaling around $82 million. Thankfully, the cuts spared higher education, corrections, K-12 public schools, the State Child Welfare Agency, and the TOPS college tuition program. There was an additional nearly $12 million in unfunded positions taken to prevent further cuts. The final plan also included a variety of other funding sources, such as $2 million from the legislative auditor's escrow account and a less than 1% reduction to the state's public-private partnership hospitals. So the books have been closed for this fiscal year, but stay tuned because in just a few weeks, lawmakers will once again make their way back to Baton Rouge for the 2017 regular session, which will be a fiscal session. A fiscal session limits legislators to just 5 non-fiscal bills, meaning the entire focal point will be on taxes. Many lawmakers will be looking to reform, while others look to tax our way out of budget issues. Their primary objective this time around will be to fill the projected $400 million budget deficit for this coming fiscal year and the nearly $1.4 billion gap for the following year. Well, that's the LOGA Capitol Report for the 2017 special session. Share this video with your colleagues and friends and stay tuned to loga.la for breaking updates on industry issues that affect your business. Till next time, this is Ben Broussard with LOGA TV.